welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish. Thank you for tuning in. A lot of stuff going on. Apologize right off the bat for my appearance. I just didn't get a chance to shave today, so I just threw on a hat and let's go. Running late a little bit today, so but oh well, it's all good, right? Let's start off with what probably the biggest news in the wrestling world right now. At least one of them. We'll talk about two of the biggest things going on in the wrestling world. Start off with the Bloodline storyline. We finally had the Usos turn on Roman Reigns. Can't say I didn't see it coming. I think we all predicted it, but the way that everything was executed was excellent. I mean, is it predictable? Did we know it was going to happen eventually? Of course we did. Was it entertaining? Was it extremely well done? Yes, it was extremely well done. You knew something was going to happen this week because of Jay's interaction with Paul Heyman. And I just didn't expect Jimmy to play the role that he did, leading up to this, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, very well executed, very entertaining. Right now, it's one of the few things right now it's actually kind of entertaining me in wrestling. Because other than that, WWE this week was kind of a snoozer, I thought. But, some convoluted storylines. I know everybody's qualifying for the Money in the Bank matches and everything. That's going to be a great pay-per-view as usual. But really, the thing, like I said, it just stole the show for me was the interaction between the Bloodline members. Really, once again, really entertaining, really good. Kind of kept you guessing, but it didn't towards the end. A lot of drama, a lot of drawing it out, a lot of once again, well done. And when you can't, I mean, like I said, we knew it was going to happen, but man, they managed to place a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of doubt in your mind until it actually went through, which kudos to WWE. Job well done, Excellent. Like I said, aside from that, we're getting ready for Money in the Bank, and that's about it, Kind of the saga with Cody Rhodes continues. I don't know if they're going to continue his feud with Dominic. Weren't they supposed to have a qualifier match? I don't know how this is all going to play out. I don't know, is Cody Rhodes actually hurt? What's going on with him? I'm not sure I understand the full thing. Or are they just playing this out per storyline because of the whole arm injury, quote unquote? Don't know. We'll have to tune and see, but I'm sure it'll be entertaining, I like Dominic. He's got an amazing amount of heel heat. It's incredible to see the turn that he took from being a babyface that wasn't even remotely over, and to being this incredible heel. Just good job. The guy's putting the work. Really good job. Great job on his part. But yeah, like I said, those will be the interesting things coming up. See how that all plays out going into Money in the Bank and then into SummerSlam. So that's usually one of the bigger pay-per-views of the year, and we'll definitely see some things go down then. I'm still waiting to see if they're gonna get Rock involved in the whole Bloodline story somehow. Obviously a lot of that depends on what his filming schedule is and whether or not he can take time off. Even if he doesn't wrestle, still just making an appearance would be, I think, incredible. Other than that, what do we have going on? Oh, hey, CM Punk came back to wrestling. We had our first episode of Collision this Saturday. I have to say, I think it was one of the better wrestling shows this week. I really do. I found the matches entertaining. I found the pacing of the show pretty good. It helps, obviously. I was excited to see Punk. I'm one of the people who's still kind of on the Punk bandwagon. I've gone over this a million times. Did he act inappropriately and unprofessional at the scrum? Yes, he did. Absolutely, he did. But he's kind of made amends for that in some ways. But I have heard that he's reached out to the Bucks and the Elite and whatnot. And we'll see. I really enjoyed Collision. Really enjoyed seeing CM Punk come back. Great reaction, but we kind of expected that in Chicago. Like I said, really, really good reaction. And I'm going to pause for 1 second here. Bear with me. All right, I had a brief little interruption there. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, CM Punk, like I said, thoroughly enjoyable. Great promo to start things off. Like I said, very good show. I'm anxious to see it. CM Punk's always gold on the mic, so I knew that would be good. But I was anxious to see how he would be in the ring. That's what's really. And I think they did it the right way to reintroduce him because they knew there'd be some ring rust there, and there definitely was. He looked rough. He really did. Obviously, they are going to start a feud with Samoa Joe. That's pretty much when spoiler alert, he choked out CM Punk. And the fans were looking forward to see those two go at it. And I think most of them knew that they were looking to start a feud between him and Punk, and they were going to go that way in in Collision and whatnot. The thing that I once again, like I said, totally entertaining show, but the thing that interests me the most is to see what kind of reactions he's going to get when he's in other places other than Chicago. Because that's going to be the true test to see what happens there. And we'll see. We'll see. Because I know attendance, isn't looking that great for some of the upcoming shows. Any of them. But Collision in particular isn't looking real great. After the first show, hopefully it sparks some interest in other states/cities. Be interesting to see how the fans receive him. This show is kind of going to be CM Punk's show. So, I think a lot of the fan base there is smart enough to know that. If that makes sense. Because I don't think you're going to see the Elite on there anytime soon. And if they do, it's, it'll be interesting. Like I said, I still don't think he's made amends with the Elite. I don't think, like I said, from what I've heard, he reached out to the Elite and they got no response, which is kind of unprofessional, seeing as how they're EVPs within the company. So probably not starting things out the best possible way. But that's life. Like I said, I do hope that Punk is very involved and creative with this show, because I think that that's going to determine the success. But like I said, my biggest question is, how is he going to be received in other venues? How's that all going to play out? Because that's going to determine the success. I haven't seen the buy rates. That doesn't really matter. That doesn't really apply to this. I haven't seen the ratings, I should say, to Collision, because obviously nobody buy anything. You don't have buy rates, but I haven't seen the ratings for Collision. So, but I'll be looking for that. I'll be interested in that to see how well this show does. And a big part of it is going to be, how does he win over fans in other locations? The Elite and other news/dirt sheet/podcasters have made CM Punk out to be such a villain. They've been telling people for how long now that this guy's a piece of garbage. what's the fan base going to be like? How are they going to react? I mean, there's going to be a small hardcore group like me that doesn't really care what the Elite says and is going to be a fan of CM Punk anyway. But I think there's going to be a small portion of that kind of saw CM Punk as their quote-unquote savior for the show, for AEW, I should say, and I think they're going to turn on him. So I think that some of the more elite-friendly venues and cities are going to boo him, and like he even said in his promo, he said that's okay, and it's true, it is okay, because at least you're getting a reaction. The worst thing in wrestling is apathy. Now, when he does go up against Samoa Joe in this feud, how is that going to play out in certain cities? Is Joe going to have to be the babyface? Is there going to be no babyface? Are they both kind of going to be babyfaces? Are they going to be tweeners? It'll play out. We'll see. But I do think I look more forward to this show than I do Dynamite. That's for sure. Because Dynamite's kind of been a chore to watch lately. So I do, like I said, I do look more forward towards watching Collision than I do Dynamite. And man, I can't even think of what their show on Friday nights is. Wow, that's horrible. I don't even watch anymore, which is horrible. The storylines are irrelevant to me, to tell you the truth. There is no leadership at AEW. There is no real distinct booking. There is no real strong storytelling from that standpoint. So it really doesn't matter to me what goes on Friday nights. But Collision, I definitely think it's gonna be worth watching. But be interesting to kind of see what they do with Ring of Honor if they incorporate more of that into this, because as far as I knew, Samoa Joe was a Ring of Honor guy at this point. So is that going to cross over? Is Collision going to cross over with Ring of Honor? I know Punk has a lot of respect for Ring of Honor, and he's got a very storied history with Ring of Honor, especially between him and Samoa Joe. They had some incredible feuds, great matches, I should say, incredible feud back in Ring of Honor. So that kind of plays out right there into the whole thing, yeah, we'll see how that all goes down, but yeah, like I said, time will tell how Collision works out. I think the numbers are going to dwindle, unfortunately, and I don't think even Punk is going to be able to save this company, because I think they made him out to be such a villain. And his interaction with the Elite just soured everything. Despite the fact that media scrum was probably one of the most entertaining things that ever happened within AEW. One of the initial things that attracted me to AEW and made me want to continue to watch and like the company was the way they handled Brody Lee. And Punk has actually come out and said that was one of the things that made him attracted to AEW, and kind of he liked the whole way they handled it, and I did too. I thought it was great the way they handled it. Now it's kind of putting some doubts in my head about how this company is run, and really Tony Khan is kind of I think missing the point with a lot of stuff. So that lack of leadership at the top is really hurting them. So that's it. But today's kind of be a short show. I mean, that was kind of the major bullet points I had to talk about were going to be, the Bloodline and CM Punk. And like I said, I am a CM Punk mark, so that's kind of the way that you knew the show was going to go. As far as his in-ring stuff during Collision, man, did he look rusty. He kind of missed a couple spots, and he really looked like he was out of the ring for quite a while. So hopefully he does some. They don't really do dark matches unless you like Elevation or whatnot with the lesser talent, but I'm kind of hoping he does do some dark matches just to tune himself up, or maybe hopefully he's been training a little bit with Malachi again and reestablishing that, because he did look very rough in the ring, and it was smart the way they played it out with FTR and saving him till kind of the very last, and then having Joe choke him out. That was probably the best way that you could book it and save face. And I do believe that Ace Steel is still involved with the product. They've rehired him, and he is remotely producing segments. So that was a big sticking point, I know, with Punk, was that they fired him. Like I said, they say he's even apologized to Tony Khan. I can't verify that, but I believe it. I don't know. It seems like after the whole scrum happened, Punk kind of went on an apologetic tour, kind of. I mean, he showed up at WWE, and I've heard that he's apologized to Triple H and whatnot, and a number of the talent, So I hope that's true. I really do. He's getting older, and you can only be an angry young man for so long. When it starts to get old after a while, and then you become a bitter old man, and nobody likes that. So hopefully that is the case, that he's making amends with a lot of people he's had transgressions with in the past. I would love to see him eventually make amends with Colt Cabana, but I don't know how that would all play out. I don't think that's going to play out too well, but yeah, we'll see how everything plays out and everything. But I'm excited for Collision. I'm excited for Money in the Bank coming up, and hopefully everything turns out cool. We got some good wrestling coming up. Hopefully. But that's like I said, that's about all I had to talk about. I'd like to wish everyone out there happy belated Father's Day. I celebrated yesterday and part of today with my family because I had to work yesterday. So I got to kind of be a Father's Day part 2 today, but I get to grill again today. So that's always fun for me. But yeah, like I said, that's about all I had to kind of go on with this show. Once again, send prayers out to Ukraine, and hopefully people are contributing to worthwhile causes that are helping out the Ukraine and legitimate causes, I should say, because there's a lot of scams out there right now, and you don't want to be involved with that, obviously. But please continue to do so. Those people need help, obviously. Shout out to Then and Now. We sell some of our, Then Now, I should say, in Trenton, Tennessee, downtown, right in the square. We sell some of our stuff there. My wife makes handmade goods, and she sells them there. And if you want to get one of my CDs, go ahead and pick it up down there. You can get one for $5. So check it out. Then Now, like I said, we got a booth there, so it helps out the cause, But if you really want to help out the cause, check us out on Patreon.com. Crushing Kayfabe on there, Crushing with a K. And for just $1 a month, you can help keep the lights on, keep my lights on, one of which back there is not on, unfortunately. but yeah, help keep the lights on. The show isn't free. It does take my time and effort and money to go into the show. So if you can help out, that would be amazing. And I think $1 a month is pretty reasonable. And I purposely did it at that price in hopes that people would contribute. So Patreon.com. Check us out on CrushingKayfabe.com. Crushing with a K. And there are some links there and updates on there and whatnot. So check us out there, CrushingKayfabe.com. Unfortunately, my personal website, my artist website, Jaygerr, JUIGERR.com, Jaygerr.com is still not working properly. I had contacted customer support, and I've tried repeatedly to redirect the domain to my website, and unfortunately, all attempts have been unsuccessful. So we're still down on the personal website, but hopefully I can get that up and running soon, even if I have to switch providers, which I really don't feel like doing. But I'm losing money here, so it's not cool. But hopefully we can get that up and going. But yeah, check out check out crushingkayfabe.com. Check us out on patreon.com. And everyone, thank you for tuning in, and God bless.